My whole setup, like I don't know what's up with my whole setup. I guess so.
Eagles, fly. Boy, you know how we do this. Smitty up the field, Booby on the wheel. Jalen and AJ think how we put a steel fight. Eagles, fight. Oh, you know we gon' do that. BG, big player, Bonte, Bradbury, pick six in the bag. Boy, sweaty on the line, flash that with him. Boy, the Kobe gon' get him, constant, hit him. Boy, and my dog, big as my lot of switching names up. Should be Philly, got it sold up, bro. Why balls? Boys.
Yo, what's going on? It's your boys. We back in the building, the Swoop Boys. Y'all see me with my, I had to get my shades on with the victory. You know what I'm saying? With the victory train, y'all know what it is, man. It's the post-game Swoop Boys. Yeah, boy. With the host with the most. You got your boy King. I got my guy Vic with me. What's going on, Vic?
What's good?
I feel like a dark version of Jalen Hurts right now. I got my big cousin with me. Got Ill Will.
What's up, folks? Going on? Nothing, man. That dub, man. I stayed home today too. I was like, you know what? I'm staying home, man. I'm going to the joint. I felt like there'll be a lot of drinking with that weather. I was like, nah.
Facts. It's funny though, because you text me all throughout yesterday, like, yo, we're going on this time. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do that. And I'm like, man, I hope you just stay your ass home so we can get on. You can be safe.
Man. I was thinking, like, I don't know if we can make it if it's a close game, because there's cheap up in there. So
I hear you. Then we got my right hand man. I love this dude, man. It's my little brother, yo. Y'all know who it is, man. Coach, man. I got Air Force Kid 28. Y'all know what it is.
What up?
Eagles victory. What's good? How are y'all feeling? Talk to me. Vic, how you feeling? How you feeling about this?
Listen, I feel wonderful. Listen, at first, we all know we was mad. That first quarter was not right. We was all feeling a little bit tight. You know what I'm saying? Coaching staff, especially the offensive coordinator, Shane Steichen was doing a little too much. But we reined it in. Defense did their thing. We got the W, man, so I'm excited.
4-0. Marcus, talk to me.
I like Vic said, man, that it wasn't sitting right at 14-0, but it was a lot of time on the clock, and I know the personnel that was on that field, so I was like, we should be good. And then as well, I was watching it with my new Houston family, man, so it was nothing but good vibes even down 14.
H-Town. In the house, man. Ill Will, what up?
Hey, man, just painting and doing all kinds of house stuff around here, man. Like I said, I got the game in. I was telling you we was gonna go live from the nest, and I saw that weather. I was like, ooh, I'm not going to that shit. That might be one of those ones. I had to just get an IV or something. Nah, I'm good. So, I stay home, watch the game here, me and the dog, and I try to get some painting done, but not during the game. So,
I got you. All right, man. So I got some couple of questions for you guys. I'm gonna keep it real simple, short, so you guys can, attend and enjoy your rest of your football Sunday. I'm gonna get you guys up out of here, man. So first things first, our guy, and I know everything wasn't perfect today, and I just want to get your, all your opinions about this, but let's grade Jalen Hurts' performance, man. Tell me, man.
Hey, in the inclement weather quarterback.
Okay.
A lot of guys can't play in the weather. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna give him an A. So.
Okay.
A minus.
Talk to me. Yo, what up?
Well, I say it's a tale of two games. You know what I mean? The first half, we know what happened, especially the first quarter. We saw the pick six. You have to, factor in what happened. So for me, I'm gonna say a B minus. Like I said, you had a stumble in the beginning. You overcame that. You played well in the second half. Again, weather conditions were, the best. They weren't optimal, but you overcame that, just like the rest of the team. So I'm gonna give them a B minus.
Okay, Coach, talk to me.
I'm gonna be in the between. I'm gonna give him a B plus, man. it's a couple of miscues it's a couple of keys we messed up on, but as well, I think Hassan said it in his press. Both teams played in the rain, so there's no excuse. And Jalen did one thing that the other team didn't do. Unfortunately, had that one pick, but he did not. Ball security is really not an issue for this team. So,
we had a couple fumbles. We had a couple of mishaps with the snaps.
but we kept the ball.
Yeah, for sure.
Trevor had a mishap, and what happened? Hargrave landed.
He got baby hands. He got baby hands.
Bro. He got them Junior Whopper hands, man. He got them Junior Whopper hands.
But he didn't throw the rock though in his time. But his ball security, you got to work on that, Doug.
Yeah, man. Franchise. Oh, what up? I think that's big play. I think that's big play.
Yeah, that's like.
I was saying. Yeah, I know he did it. He did a whole remake of his own thing. What up, young bull? If you're free, come on. If you're free, I'll send you a link, man. I know I've been wanting to talk to you. I definitely need to get you on the pod. Definitely do that, man. Let's give it a little shout out to everybody, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mark, yes, sir. Mark, Mark shows up every podcast. Thank you so much, man. We appreciate it. Over here getting spankings and stuff. I don't know.
I do know the one thing about Mark. Though.
Mark, he just slapping his way through the crowd. Let me do that.
If y'all want to be like Mark,
hey, what's good, Dante?
Dante, what up, man? What up, Dante? We gotta link up, brother. Hey. Y'all know what it is, man. Y'all know what it is.
Hey, ECG, I'm gonna hit you up about Thursday.
Yes, sir. Yo, that's what I'm saying. Yo, I need you too. Y'all need a link. Y'all need wave link. I mean, what I'm saying, brainstorm. Let's get something together. You feel me? Oh, so does this Philadelphia Eagles team have a little bit of grit, or is this just a win?
Nah, that's a lot of teams can't come back from that 14-0.
Okay.
Can't come back from 14-0. And guys got little bruises. Hey, sit down. We don't need you. So that's what they did, right? Slave, you're not coming back in the game.
Not even that. Just injuries, man.
Let's see if these guys can play.
Opeta and Driscoll stepped up. And
they've always played good, right?
Our O-line coach.
Let's get one person at a time. Go ahead, Marcus.
No, like I was saying, you had Sua and you had Jake step up when Jordan Mailata and Isaac went down with the injuries. Yeah. And it was no rush to bring them guys back out there because Coach Stoutland coaches the guys to come up and step back in. So, hey, down 14-0, down with injuries. Shout out to McPherson stepping up and holding down the other side of the field, and JB stepping up and playing CB1.
Right. Yeah. Right. Vic, talk to me. What's up?
Listen, man. I thought it was a good game. I thought that we got that gritty. That's what I'm gonna say. We got that gritty. Yeah. Like I said, first quarter we all saw it. We saw the deficit we were in. We were down 14. It was especially with the Jaguars. Listen, they've been handling teams. They've been playing really good. That defense has been flying around. Listen, and Dante, I saw you in the chat. I told you got to put respect on that team, especially that defense and James Robinson. And that's one of the things that impressed me the most about today. No running back today got over 40 yards. James Robinson in check.
Yep.
Etienne in check. Yep. For the most part, the receivers aside of Agnew in check. They did a good job all around. So I say we got that grit.
Yeah. I mean, with Zay Jones missing today's game, I was on JC's podcast. We were on the Fly podcast, and we were doing a little bit of talking about the Birds and about this game. And the one thing I mentioned was Doug Pederson was going to attack the edges of the football field. That's what he does. He's real conservative with it, and time of possession. If we can make Trevor Lawrence get off his spot, and create turnovers, whoever got the more turnovers will win the game, because he is possession, and that's the way that that team gets. You know what I'm saying? Any downfalls that you've seen from this team? From this game that stuck out to you? I can give you one, and I'm gonna go to you guys first. Coach, talk to me. What's up?
The biggest one that comes to my mind was the Jalen forcing the ball to Zach Pascal for that pick
Yeah.
six.
Yeah.
So that's the biggest one that hit me. But everything else is minor. Like Dallas got hit both hands. You gotta catch that, bro. But
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, Philly. Man, yo, Philly Pod, yo, what's good, man? Yo, you next, brother. You gotta get on. You gotta jump on those Swoop Boys, man. You gotta do something. You gotta do a collab, something, man. What's going on, brother?
What up, Mike?
Man,
what up?
50 grand. And Mike, shout out Big Mike. Shout out to Lil Bronson as well. That's my man, 50 grand. Here go Dante with his Jags.
Come on, man.
Dante, yo, you know the first thing, when I woke up this morning, I was like, you know what, we're gonna get this win. You know what I'm saying? And I got on the podcast and I was talking, and I was like, hold up, that's Dante's team. We going ECG stand up though. What's up, man? You know what I mean? Everybody gotta take the L.
I just wish
you got a tough team though.
He had a little bit more faith in his team. Because like I always tell him, man, you got to
hold on. So he was
because like every week Dante he is not a Trevor Lawrence fan, but I tell him like he's getting better. The coaching staff around Lawrence is gonna, is gonna improve his game.
You know what? Hey, Dante, you free? Get on, Dante. Get on, Dante. You free? Get on, man.
He's very disappointed today, but I told him like, listen, you got to talk about the Jags though. Right now with Doug Pederson and what he did today.
Yeah.
They got a bright future. And this is something I hope that the coaching staff, when you were talking about one thing that I took away from this game where I was disappointed with the coaching staff, beginning of the game, you're playing around and you're trying new things. That's not what you do. One thing that Doug got from Andy Reid is first 15 plays. We all know about that.
Yeah,
you
know right.
Yep.
You
know what I mean? You have your scripted plays, your best plays in the front because you schemed against this.
Around and mess them up.
Yeah, you're scheming against this defense. This is your first 15 attempts to take care of it. You're going to win the game within this first 15 because after that, you're going to build off that. And that's something that we don't do. We're playing around at the beginning. We're trying to see what works. Now, when we come into these games, we need to be more prepared. That's something that, Doug and the Jaguars are coming into. Granted, it didn't work for their favor today, but they came in and they started off very well. They played a great game. They gave it to us. You know what I mean? You can't come away and say that they didn't give it their all. Yeah, there were some issues with, ball security. Yeah, they all fumbled. But again, we talked about it. Look at the weather that was going on outside. There were some issues. There were some, there were some mitigating circumstances out there. But again, I think they played well. I think this team, Jaguars I'm talking about, are headed in the right direction with Doug Pederson.
I totally agree. I totally agree that the Jaguars.
The Raiders
are going to be
Doug. What the hell?
Yeah. And like I said, you got those two running backs. Those two running backs are going to be their future if healthy. That's the thing you got to wish on everyone's health. Trevor Lawrence, he's coming into his own now too.
But can somebody tell me? I can never say his last name from Clemson. What's that running back's name?
Etienne.
I
say it wrong too, but I always say Etienne.
Yeah, okay. So I know his first name. I can never say his last name to save my life. He's always falling forward. Like I'm like, bro, and he doesn't seem like a big guy. You know what I'm saying? Like he's real low to the ground, very sturdy, very quick in space. So I'm impressed with the Jags. I was looking over them. And I definitely want to say this, man. We gotta give some props to Doug Pederson, man. Like, you know what I mean? If we don't have him, you know what I mean? We don't have this. You know what I mean?
A lot of people were worried about the reaction that Doug was going to get at the game, and everything was good. Man, I don't even think there was any boos at all.
No, I don't think there was any boos.
Yeah, there were no boos.
Unceremoniously let go after he was told to do some stuff that, the media caught on to it the last minute. So, it is what it is, man. So,
hey, and today, you know what? Listen, we overcame Doug. You know what I'm saying? We handled Carson the last week. We got Doug this week. But at the same time, this is a win for Doug because Doug, one of the guys he stuck with was Press Taylor. And that's that's his guy right now. That's his offensive coordinator. And like I said, they're headed in the right direction with Press Taylor, with Doug. So, he proved his point. He wanted to keep him around. The coach, the ownership didn't want to move in that direction. They moved on from Doug, and that was one of the reasons. But when you look at it now, Doug had, Doug had a point to hit, to his argument. Press was the guy that he wanted to bring up. He was up and coming, and he could have handled it.
But what they do.
He made our move, and we are where we're at right now. So I'm not mad.
If you look at the coaching tree, the Andy Reid, Paul Holmgren coaching tree, that's what they do. They bring their guys up. You can go all the way back to Bill Walsh. Sam Weiss. They bring their guys up. right? And they become head coaches, right? They don't say, "Oh, we're gonna pick your guy." So this man won a Super Bowl, so I would have wrote my shit down on a napkin too. At that point, I can't hire my own guys. Napkin, that's what got him fired. He wrote all his stuff down on a napkin. So that's a whole other thing.
Hey, and let's keep it a buck. Doug put some respect on the visor. After Chip Kelly, we were tired of looking at visors. Doug put the respect on the visor back.
Yeah, I got
Hey, you just out there wearing it, and we're perfectly fine with it. It's raining and you have a visor on. Why? But it's all right.
Oh man.
Look, when I was
man.
moving, I was ready to throw
Pullover.
it outside. I'm not visor. I look
sleeve
the
pullover.
special. This was Doug's joint. I took
Right.
it with me. You know what I mean? So
That's too
respect,
funny.
Doug.
That's funny. But yeah, respect to Doug Pederson, man. We appreciate the only thing I was really disappointed was what I heard in the press conference when he said I never seen he said he's never seen the statue in person. I was like what?
Yeah, he can't go out there. He get mobbed. You
can go there. You trust me.
Nah, hey, Doug Pederson is out there by the statue. You want to get a picture with him.
Exactly.
You gonna tell your people you're like Nick Foles at that moment.
Yeah.
Exactly. So come on, man. That was,
He'll get
I thought
mobbed.
that was
He can't go out there game time and then you hit the
no, obviously you can't go during game time. But man, my next segment, man, let's give the flowers, man. Let's give out the MVPs of this game. Marcus, go ahead and talk to me. What's up? Who was the player of the game to you?
Hey, it's that boy in that backfield, Booby. 27 carries, 134 yards, no fumbles.
No fumbles.
In the rain. He was holding to that ball too.
And then as well, like I don't know what happened, but that boy something clicked today. He ran a lot harder than what we normally see. Minus like the 2 or 3 plays where he was trying to be a little pretty. But when he got that ball, he planted his foot and he was driving through people.
He's making decisions today. Boom.
All right. So my next question. And we were all talking about this in the chat, and I want Will to go on this one because Will's probably gonna go on a little bit of a rant. The play calling, offensive play calling. Talk to me, Will.
They're getting too cute.
Getting too cute. Thank you.
We talked about this every week. When are they just going to line up and run the ball? Today was the perfect day to do it, right? So you up one score, you need another score, you go up another when the game's over, right? These guys out here doing this cute stuff. We'll try to run this little quick screen instead of just line up and run the ball. Instead of, I don't understand the dumb stuff, man. You got the backup guys in there who are maulers. Driscoll and Opeta are maulers. They'll maul you, right? And we've seen them play before. Their run game is nice. When they, we can go all back to when Carson Wentz was messing it up. They were still ranked 9th, missing all them guys. So them guys are good. So they can just ran the ball, man. I mean, stop being cute, man. Come on, it's raining. We want to get out of here, man. I was like, damn, it's 11 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, for sure. Yep. All right, but who was your player of the game? Who you giving your flowers to?
Giving my flowers to Jason Kelsey. He was out there mauling people's game.
Okay, I like that. I like that.
Second level, 2 blocks.
Yeah, second level was a big thing in this game.
Yeah,
it was real big in this game. So respect. That's I see. Bet play calling, and who you giving the flowers to in this game?
Yeah, like I discussed earlier, and as Will said, I don't like the fact that you're coming into the game and you're trying to figure things out. As I said before, the one thing that I love about Andy Reid and Doug Pederson, they have a concise plan and when they start this game. Again, like I said, we all know about the first 15. And not saying you have to emulate that to a T and have your own first 15, but again, take some of those things that you see that's working, especially with Andy Reid. My guy is a historical coach, probably the second best coach in the NFL behind Bill Belichick. Let's give that guy his flowers also. But again, that's what I want to see out this coaching staff. You got to come more with a concise plan. But my MVP, and I'm a guy from the trenches, so I got to give it up. Mm-hmm. The offense and the defensive lines. There was a clean pocket out there today. We had some bad weather conditions. Listen, the guys up front, they moved that defensive line. That's what got Miles those yards. One thing I will say, though, about the coaching also is I want to see less design runs with Jalen. I understand he's a threat. But again, we got Trey Sermon back there who's hungry. You could have Jalen had, I believe, 19 runs, 19 carries on the day.
I was wondering Trey was on the team.
Yeah, he had, I think, 2 carries. That was it. 2 carries, that's it. You
That's
can
what
say
he
my
did on the
Pederson
squad.
was
Like,
done.
not
No,
last-
my thing on the Trey Sermon was his first carry. He got 10 yards in a cloud of
Mhm.
dust, and then on the second one, he got
He got a
he
first
got
down.
he got a first down with a face mask. The bull is hard to take down. That's exactly what we need. We need that thunder and that lightning. As you see me with my Bret Hart, my kid, my Bret
Don't
Hart
relegate
black,
Trey
you know what I'm
Sermon to
saying?
like a third down back where you just need
Yeah,
that yard.
man.
He's more than that. He's
He's
versatile.
more than that.
Yeah,
Again,
he's
you
more
you
than
know
that.
that
All
Miles
running
is
backs on
killing
the
it.
team. Yeah, all the
You
running backs on the team they can do everything. So
Yeah, you see Miles is eating. Listen, if you got another running back in there, and at the same time you're getting the defense tired, especially their defensive line, to the point that when you open up the passing game, they're gassed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're going to see Devontae going out there. You're going to see AJ Brown out there. So listen, again, get less
it.
cute with the offensive play call. Get serious. Get a concise plan out there. That's one thing I will say that was perturbing and I didn't like. But yeah, for me, the MVP of the game is going to be the line, the big boys up front.
Big boys up front. I got you. You
we're
know what?
saving that though. We're trying
I'm
to
gonna
save
tell
it,
you
but-
what. I'm gonna tell you right
Save it.
now who was the MVP. You know who the real MVP was? That defensive line. The defensive line was a real MVP.
BG was having a game
You know,
too. He was
BJ Hassan. This is what Hassan came for. This is the reason why we pay him $15 million
He
to
last
go get
couple
the
weeks.
quarterback, back, getting some fumbles, creating the havoc. That's exactly what I want to see. I don't want to see, and there was a couple of times where I seen Sweat Hassan in coverage. Yo, that Gannon, stop that shit. Stop that shit now, please. We didn't bring him here to be over here guard, over trying to match up with tight ends and
That's,
and
what
wide
that's what they're
receivers.
waiting for. They're like, oh, that's the
Oh my god!
Well,
Yeah, exactly.
They're like,
I
they
don't
run
think
that
the
play
team
on
was
this.
afraid or cares the fact that your ends could be in coverage with those two. Because let's be honest, the ball comes their way, they ain't gonna catch it anyway. They're not gonna do much. You know what I mean? So I don't think teams
What
care.
up,
I get why you're doing it. You know what I'm saying? You want to show multiple different fronts, you want to see different looks, but at the same time, ain't no one concerned about Hassan Ridgeway in coverage.
Gannon
True.
know how that
What
killer
up, Cover?
instinct, man. Like he be letting teams lay around with the passing.
Yeah, like people are gonna eat off of that. And we seen that early on in the season when he was in coverage. They're gonna eat off of
What up,
that.
brother?
Blood in the water. Get it. You know what I mean? Like that's what I liked about Jim Johnson and even Juan Castillo was trying to come after him, man. Come on, man. Damn. Like
Yeah,
if you got
man.
the game and you can finish it off and be done with it, just do it.
Yeah, the defense
You
is
know,
part
but
of the
it-
deception game too, though.
Exactly. And another thing is,
Yeah.
I definitely want to say this with the offensive play calling. So this is annoying the shit out of me. We're doing plays where you're like, all right, well, maybe we should do this on third down. Maybe we should do this on second down. Like, I'm so tired of that shotgun and having the running back 3 yards behind the shotgun of the quarterback. And the play is already developed where we're getting stuck behind the damn line. Quit doing that shit, man. Yo, if you're gonna run out of the shotgun, running back needs to be next to me. RPO, that's all we do anyway. We already know that you're gonna run the ball when you have the running back behind the quarterback. Quit doing that shotgun pistol shit. I mean, quit that shit. I was tired of that shit, man.
You know
My
what?
bad, yo. I'm over here getting dad voice.
I saw Doug run the bubble screen. I saw Doug run the bubble screen in Jacksonville and it worked. Damn, it's
all right. So yo, we got a special guest on here. Goes by the name of Dante, aka hold on, what? Is it the network or is this East Coast? The East Coast Gridiron?
Nah, I think. Well, that's Dante of the East Coast Gridiron. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Okay.
It's not a network, as people would like to say. It's not a network. You know what I mean? Like,
I got you. Well, it's a brand. It's a brand. Y'all got y'all little swag. Same thing with us. Ours, we're a brand. You know, we ain't got no network, but we just a brand. So I want to give you guys a full. I mean, I don't have my Swoop Boy introduction, but this is the guy, man. Y'all know who it is, man. What's going on? What up, man?
What's happening, man?
Chilling. What's up, Vic?
Hey, man, I'm drowning in my sorrows because it's like the same bullshit every year.
man. He was hyped, bro. He was hyped for a minute there. I know you was. He was like,
you know, you was hype.
He
Hey,
was
14,
hype early on.
yo, 14-0. You know damn well you was Terry Crews on White Chicks. Come on, stop playing, B.
Hey, I tweeted out "Cry Eagles Cry" when that happened, bro. I was like, hey, we actually doing it.
He was like, yo, we got the sack exchange back.
You like handsome.
Ojo happened and actually put stock into Trevor Lawrence for once. Nah, bro. Like,
He's okay. He's all right. I mean, it was too much for him. It's too much for him, man. You gotta have
there was a string at the end, man, where it was like, what was it? That crossbody pass that he tried to get over to Marvin Jones or Christian Kirk.
Yeah.
And I was like, bro, what the hell is going on? This is the same Trevor Lawrence that I've been telling people about, man. He can't even throw intermediate passes. And then,
man, he looked good the last couple of weeks. He looked good at the beginning of the game. He missed that one throw by a little bit, but he looked okay.
That one that he hit, that stop and go on McPherson.
Yeah,
that would have been that. Yeah,
it was like F2. He was like, no.
Yeah, stop and go on McPherson.
It's Coach
but like Dante, this is my question to you. So, as a Jaguars fan, you do feel that you guys are headed in a positive direction, right? Like, talk to me. What's up?
Yeah, I mean, I said at the beginning of the season, and Vic knows this. I was like, if we escape with 8 wins on the year, I'm good with that. That means we're heading in a positive direction. If we get 9 wins, I'm excited. If we get 10 wins, that's a Super Bowl win to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, doesn't matter what we do. I'm hyped up for the next year.
How many wins y'all had last year?
4?
3.
4? 3?
Y'all
get 6 wins. Y'all heading in the right direction.
I think you guys are heading right.
Well, I think the way this team is going, 6 wins is a gimme for them.
Yeah, it's a gimme. They got all them.
That defense is that. Let's be honest. That defense is young. They're flying around. They're doing what they need to do. The offense is still coming together. Like I said, I like Jacksonville, and especially in the division that y'all are in. I love it.
Yeah,
y'all have the advantage.
Right.
Yeah, y'all got a coach that actually. He's not going to put Trevor in a situation. He's going to run the ball at the best that he can. But in this game, it got away from him, so he had to throw it. In that situation, in that weather, in that crowd, and the defense, it's not. That wasn't a good look for him. But it's a learning experience, man. You know, you got to go in a hostile environment. That's how it's going to be. He's lucky that the weather was like wintertime or something. It would be even worse. You know what I mean? So it's good for him. Good.
It is what it is. Those are the games that we love to play in. I mean, everybody here that's played football at one point, we yearn to play in those games. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is like the fun times. Like, oh, it's raining. Let's get it.
Not the quarterback.
Hell yeah.
And I'll tell you, I love the rain.
You wouldn't.
Hey, the only thing I didn't like playing in the rain was footing, traction.
Right.
And as a running back, I was a running back wide receiver, so I would get the ball a lot. And you know what I'm saying? In space, I'm making it happen. And I used to be. I ain't gonna lie. I used to be like, hey, oh man, I don't know. See,
I'm trying to decleat you.
Listen. Hey, so Vic has an issue with me. So me and Vic talked about how we were in high school, and I asked Vic. I said, "How were you in high school?" He was like, I was in the trenches. I said, "Oh, okay, all right, that's what's up." And I was like, "Yo, man, I was Deion Sanders in high school. I mean, not like Deion, but I was a guy. I didn't want to get touched. My uniform got to look pretty. I got to look clean. Like, I'm that dude, you know what I'm saying? But, not in the rain, bro. Not in the rain. But I love playing in it. But it's the traction and putting your foot in the ground and going.
Yeah, man, you got the advantage of offense. You know what I mean? Like, you just can't be laying around.
Because I'm a small, quick dude. So if you don't got a grip on me, I'm just sliding right out of it.
Yeah, you that little guy got heart. You know what I'm saying? So you gonna make sure, you're gonna make that get them that couple cloud of dust and get some yards in and stuff like that. But yeah, this man was out here.
I'm gonna hit you on a spread.
Yeah.
See, this is the type of football that you love, though. That's the type of football that you love, where it's gritty. This is the type. This right here, these tell you what type of team that you have. You guys played tough. 14-0, I ain't gonna lie. I was like, damn, maybe we feel on ourselves too much. But then I said, well, it's the second quarter. We score in the second quarter. For some reason, our offense snaps in the second quarter. Third quarter, you know how we are. We boo-boo the fool. We step on ourselves. Goddard can't catch a damn pass. It's right there. We had opportunities where we could have put you away several times, but we out here, we out here trying to play soccer. I don't know what's going on. We take our ass to London or something. I don't know what's going on. But my next question to all you guys, though. With it being this time of year, I know it's only 4 weeks into the season. Have you seen the identity of this team, or Dante, your team as well? I mean, but you're a fan of a lot of teams. So have you seen a type of identity where you're like, okay, I know what this team is about. I know what this is. I know what this is. I know maybe the outcome might be a little bit different, or you know what I mean? Like, what do you see? What is the identity that you see about your team?
Oh, well, let me first say with the Eagles, and I give you guys the props. Like, I think that you guys have played 4 dynamic teams in their own right, and not a lot of people are still giving credit to them. So I think from here on out, I'm a true believer of the Eagles now. I said I was going to evaluate this stuff by like week 5 or 6.
Right.
I'm totally set on it. And I'll tell you why, to get into like the X's and O's of it. You guys did something that I didn't think you were going to do today. And I'm willing to bet, and just go back week by week. The Jaguars probably have the best linebacking core in the NFL over the first 3 weeks, and nobody was saying anything.
Right.
And you guys are playing 11 personnel and 12 personnel disguised like the whole game. Like you would line Dallas Goedert almost up in the slot and then pull him in the block. And you had Jack Stahl that was helping out on the left side after Malata got hurt, and he was over there pulling blocks over on that side. And I was like, whoa, I wasn't expecting that. So that's the type of stuff that you probably won't hear in the media of like the halftime adjustments that happened. And you guys pulled that out, and it was great for Miles Sanders the rest of the game. And you saw it. I think he had like 2 or 3 touchdowns the game. You know, on our side, I say going into this game, these two teams are so similar on paper that people weren't giving them credit too. And I said the one thing that we could kill you guys with is by running the ball with James Robinson.
I can't run the ball.
And we did not. Because the times that Trevor Lawrence was having success is when James Robinson was doing good. He just came off a 100-yard game.
Right. Oh yeah, right. But nobody's running the ball on us like that unless they get along when they break one. You know, like in the Detroit game.
Yeah, they might not run the ball on you, but how much have you had a volume of runs that are like 30, 35?
If they try, they're gonna be third and 4, 3rd and 6. You know, so they don't even try.
Well, I mean, you can't really say that because Swift gave us some problems.
Jamal Williams in the red zone gave you issues.
He gave us problems.
Jamal Williams
from the Lions.
The
Lions.
That was the first game. They got some tackles. They gave.
I mean, but that's a 1-2. But that's a 1-2 punch that's pretty good though.
Deuce was down that draw up at the right time. He was like, "Hey, they get ready to run some bullshit. So let's draw the ball." He had our number in the beginning of the game. Deuce. He was over there.
They did their thing because I seen something today which I liked is because when they were on goal line, they threw Jordan Davis up in there. They weren't trying to play around. They weren't playing.
No.
And that was a play where James Robinson actually fumbled. That's the play. James Robinson actually fumbled on that play. You know what I mean? So it's like I said, when they came up big, they came up heavy. Like they made sure because they respected the run game. I think that's one thing that when they came into this game plan for today, they wanted to make sure to hold James Robinson down. And for the most part, they did. Like I said, no running back went over 40 yards. Yeah. So they did their job.
The biggest thing for Philly, though, like what Dante was saying, we haven't had that consistency of running backs constantly pounding us. Philly hasn't been put in that situation yet. They've if they were behind, they got ahead to the point now to where teams the run game is kind of obsolete because they have to pass to catch up. So we haven't had one of those Big 12 type of games where it's constantly no defense is straight up. So yeah, we haven't came across that test. I think Arizona could be that. Just because of Kyler Murray is going to be the first mobile style quarterback. That could be an extinction of the running game. And that's going to be a test for us to see. Can we handle a large influx of a run offense?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, luckily enough, we have a quarterback that, every week that we practice against that can do the same things. So I think that, this defense will be, prepared. You know what I mean? They should be. But Gannon's been doing a great job so far. I'm hoping that continues next week. I'm excited to see what game plan he has.
Traditionally, our front four always been good against the run, especially when BG's in there. Like he died in those plays so good that it's hard to run against us. Just with 4, just on the front 4. So you start throwing a linebacker play we got this year, it's going to be hard to run. If you dedicate to run, you might be second and 11, and come up and then be third and I don't know 9. That's not a good formula for success. So teams are kind of they're going to try to hit you because they always try to hit us with the draw, and sometimes they do. It works. So that's where we usually get gassed at in the draw. So.
Dante, let me ask you a question. What do you think about your new defensive coordinator and Trey Walker? I know you before the draft, you had a little conservation of him being the first pick, him going to the Jaguars. Once that move's been made, what do you think about him?
I don't think I made this statement for you guys, but let's think about Trayvon Walker on the Jaguars for a second and why he was a first-round pick. He was projected to get picked between like 15 and 20 during the draft. He was nowhere near the top, and then was picked number 1 overall. He had the best combine of all time. That's the only reason why he got picked that high. He killed it at the combine just like Jordan Davis did. And we needed somebody dynamic like that to help out Josh Allen. And you see him swapping, you see him giving offensive linemen like fits, and they can both tackle too. Like, I mean,
these guys are number 1 picks. Yeah, they're good. They're top. You been getting top tier guys for a long time. So it's good to see y'all put something together like that, man.
But every time we do that, we get rid of them in 2 years. The 2017 team that we had, they're all gone. Every single one of them is growing.
Jack Myers. Jack Myers. Was it Myers Jack? I'm sorry, Matt.
Jack. Miles Jack.
Miles Jack, Jalen Ramsey, all them boys.
Well, y'all remind me before the Marlins in that respect. You know what I mean? You have great talent, can go far, but then at the end of the day, that talent leaves.
Name the coaches y'all had the last couple of years, and that'll tell you why them guys are gone. You got
the names for you.
Huh?
I said I'll throw out the names for you, and this is gonna make me cry all at the same time. Telvin Smith, it started with him. He got himself in trouble.
Yeah.
Then you had Calais Campbell, Marcel Darius, Miles Jack, Paul Posluszny. Like, you know what I'm saying? Then you had the 2 cornerbacks, AJ Boye and Jalen Ramsey. And I believe we had I forget his name that was there at safety. Like, we had an all-world team. And like 2018, they got rid of all the pieces. It was
I forgot about Calais Campbell. Mark Jackson. I forgot about those guys. Yeah, like Jacksonville has a flux of young talent that one
every year for the
So they're building, and then they just go, okay, well, we're gonna blow it up.
Urban Meyer, why was you hired?
But with like I said, with your defensive corner, like he got you in the right direction. But also talk about how this offseason everyone has jokes to say about Christian Kirk. And look, he's earning that money.
Nice.
So what do you think about Christian Kirk and like how he's been so far?
You've heard me say this before, man. There's 2 organizations that came in at the same time, and it was the Jaguars and the Panthers. If you look at the history of those 2 teams as expansion teams, if somebody told you right now, who would you rather play for? You're probably going to go to the Panthers 9 times out of 10 because not only do they have the history, they've been to 2 Super Bowls, and they have a winning culture, and they're in a good market. Like, they're in Charlotte. Like, Charlotte's not a bad place to start your career.
It's not a slouch of a town.
Exactly. You go to Jacksonville, the only thing that's lucrative about it is like, I'm gonna be in the warm weather.
Jacksonville's so big, man. Jacksonville's
I pocket my whole check.
It's so big, man. It's like it's crazy how big
it's a big city, but it's not a big market.
It's not a big market. I'm just saying,
the hood.
Right.
It's not all.
Like it's right next to the hood.
It's a lot of it's hood though. A lot
of it's hood. We talking about.
It's not.
A
lot of it's
for sure.
A lot of it's hood.
A lot of it's just country. You like, am I still in Jacksonville? Damn. Yeah. It's this place.
Bro, first of all, you gonna see when you go to Jacksonville. The first thing you gonna see as soon as you get off the flight, right? You know what I mean, driving whatever. You gonna see my man with a Cadillac or old school with like 28 rims, 20-inch rims, and 30-inch rims, all that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you're gonna see all that. But yeah, man, shout out to Jacksonville. Exactly. But I feel like Jacksonville is one of them cities where you taste a little bit of greatness. You went to the NFC. I mean the AFC. Was it the AFC? You've done a lot. Yeah, you went to the AFC Championship. Like you had, you had it, and then it just boom. He blew it up.
Tom Brady.
It's the owner. It's something with the owner, man. You hire it like these like coaches with no
Ever since he cut his hair, bro,
like
he ain't
that.
been the same.
You know,
For like 7 years.
The NFL's a hell of a franchise. You don't gotta win. You don't gotta win because you eating off
His money's.
other teams.
You know where most of his money's coming from, right? It's coming from
What's that?
AEW wrestling.
Yeah, I was about to say his son is like making money.
His
from
son
AEW.
runs it over there.
Oh, with
Yeah.
the revenue.
I did not know that. I didn't know that.
AEW.
With the
I did not
revenue
know that.
share, you don't gotta win. You don't have to.
Well,
win.
which is bad in the grand scheme of things because it's like you can't focus on two important entities the same way you would just narrow down to one. But going back to your question, Vic, like Christian Kirk, and this is what people didn't realize, and every time I see this, they're like, oh, yeah, you're right. With all that being said about the history and everything, why would Christian Kirk be like, I'm going to go to Jacksonville versus another team and still be the number 2 and still be kind of a superstar and get paid my money? The reason why they paid him so much is because it's hard to play in nobody wants to play in Jacksonville. Allen Robinson said that out of Penn State. He's like, bro, if I get drafted to Jacksonville, I'm going to lose my shit. And he wasn't there for very long.
We got Waffle
He did
House.
not.
Man, Hitman Hearn, shit.
Yo, Papa
Yeah,
Sword,
and-
he said we got a Waffle House, bro.
Everywhere else.
But no, everybody got a Waffle House.
Yeah.
But yeah, even talk about it because we discussed this before when the draft came up, when Trevor Lawrence was drafted, he was ignoring their calls. He was not communicating whatsoever with Jacksonville. I think Jacksonville had to send out multiple people just to get to literally to Lawrence's house to tell him
Wow.
we're about it, we're gonna pick you. Like there's no communication. Yeah.
Everybody knows they're not
Wow.
serious.
I didn't
They're
know
not serious. The owner not
That's why I
serious
said.
about
That's why I
winning.
said like that analogy is saying like Jacksonville Jaguars are like the Florida Marlins. People don't want to play for the Marlins, but the talent they bring in is phenomenal.
They
have
Miami. That's
championship
different.
caliber
That's different.
teams,
In Miami.
but because of the ownership or because of the front office, they lose that talent.
Right, but they're in Miami. So, like Jimmy Butler said, hey.
Yo.
But people always
It's
just look at the exactly. But a lot of people just look at the money that was spent for Christian Kirk, but it's like you had to pay him that much to come here, and it just is what it is. But he's been worth every single penny.
Yeah,
He's been worth every single penny.
Too. We've done that. You have to make your team a viable option. When we went Alshon Davis, man, we went out our way. Assuming not Alshon Davis, Alshon Jeffrey. We went out our way to get it because we needed a big name here. That was the thing. You need a big name. You got to pay out of pocket. DeMarco Murray, that whole deal, that was wild. But again, you got to pay out of pocket to get attention.
That was Chip the day boys.
Yeah.
I didn't understand them. DeMarco
Chip
Murray.
box. Yeah, I understand it.
But I understand it perfectly because it is tough to play in Jacksonville. Listen, you hear NFL players themselves talk about, and Jalen Ramsey is one of the biggest ones. He tells you the horrible experience he went through. But hopefully now under Doug, all that and that culture has changed.
It's hard, man.
Well, Vic, it wasn't necessarily those guys that played in Jacksonville, and you guys know me. I'm subscribed to every forum, every Jaguars, everything.
Right.
Jalen even came out and said, Calais came out and said a bunch of those players that were part of that 2017 team where everybody was like, yo, Saxonville is like one of the best defenses of all time. They were like, what we loved doing was playing with each other and nobody could break up that brotherhood. But what broke us up was when Tom Coughlin came and changed the culture. And he made it not cool for us to be a brotherhood and to have fun. When we were having fun,
right, old school shit. He came with the old school military shit. Like, come on, Tom, man. This ain't back in the day, bro.
Yeah, it's funny that you point that out because I remember like a lot of players before Tomlin came. What you just said, Dante, they were like, we love playing for each other. It's a brotherhood. This is how we get it. And then when Tomlin came, they were like, I want out of here. Like,
well, he took the fun out of it.
They love Doug. Yeah, Doug doesn't get enough love for that, man. Doug got
ice cream every day, but Doug like this is ice cream over that.
And for Doug too, listen, he kind of had to do with Tom because Tom bring him up. That's one of the issues that they have. You know, they were so close. Tom bring him up, but Tom, one thing he did was he made it not fun by saying like you had to be under the dress code. You had to be, 10 minutes early?
Yeah, that's right.
You had so many people like, we're not about that. Yeah, like we already got our own thing. Like we're a family. With you coming out here trying to bring your Giants bull. Like what happened to Tom when he went to the Giants? The team wasn't feeling it. They had to have how many players meetings?
He's straight for a little bit, and then he got out of control. Like you got to fucking go. So
it's sad that those circumstances, you know what I'm saying, broke that team up. But now under Doug, it's like you got remnants of that back.
look at Belichick. He's the same
They
way,
weren't having
man.
fun.
Like, they don't. I mean, they're like, man, fuck it. I'd rather get out of here. And as soon as they leave, they're like, yeah, it wasn't fun.
In the first place, he didn't like that culture, so he wanted them to go. He literally forced them out and was like, "Hey, I don't want you guys here because you guys are having too much fun." He couldn't push them
I don't
around.
want you ninjas in here having fun. Yeah. Shit. What the fuck?
I think that's what it is specifically. Yeah. It's because he couldn't control them. Like I said, Tom Coughlin is old school. He's more of like the college coach because he's Boston College, but he has that mentality of college coach, whereas you listen to the coach, for better or worse, no matter what, you just shut up and do it. And it's not like that anymore. A lot of times, coaches get a lot of things wrong, and players have a better perspective than coaches do a lot of times.
Man. Yeah.
Well, you know what, though? One thing I would say, a lot of coaches that come in, they think their culture is for the better over there when you have a skilled player or talent. And they fall into that trap where, my scheme is way better than it. I mean, look what Chip did to us. You know, Chip he got rid of Deshaun. He got rid of McCoy.
Shady,
he got rid of you know what I'm saying? When we traded Shady, bro. Listen. When we traded Shady, I had to put him on. When we traded Shady, man, I was at home and it happened. My wife took me to Applebee's and I got drunk. That's how bad when we got rid of Shady. Like, Shady was my guy. I had his shoes, jersey, everything. You know what I'm saying? And they don't even put alcohol on their job. Yo, son, like the tab was like 300. Word is bomb.
And when they put out that sorry excuse for a trade piece in Kiko Alonso.
Oh my God!
One of the good players in the history of the NFL. That's what you're going to do. Straight up trade
interception. We traded him for one-handed interception. That was it.
Chip bots.
For him to get all he did was get CTE here. That's it.
Facts. All right, fellas. So let's go. We done talking about the Jaguars. We beat the Jaguars. I'm sorry, Dante. You're my man, 50 grand. But you're a man. You're an educated man, and you know about the game of football. So you got to stay on here. All right. So, how's it feel? How's it feel to be the last undefeated team in Week 4 so far? How's it feel?
We are the only
target on you.
No one else.
Man, but
no one else.
You know what I mean? Walk around and just to represent the shit. You know what I mean? Like, it's us. Why not?
Okay.
We're going to lose a game because we probably going to be done with the shit around week 15.
I hope not next week, bro. Like, I hope not next week. I'm hoping not next week. Please.
I think next week you might see the first time we had a complete game.
Okay. All right. Vic, talk to me.
I'm extremely excited. Again, this is something that was unexpected. Listen, this is something that we're in the offseason. A lot of people are like, oh, we don't go 4-0, 5-0. We're like, pump your brakes. Pump your brakes on that idea. But we hear now. But again, we can't go overboard with it. Yes, we are 4-0, but again, we are still a team that is coming together. We don't have a full identity yet. We're not at 100%.
Oh, shit! Oh,
there we go.
Shit. Oh, shit!
But I will say this though. Teams. Teams need to be worried though, because if we do get our stuff together, and you know what I'm saying, we are cohesive. We do have a game plan. Oh, y'all gotta be careful. It don't matter who it is. Any given Sunday, we will win this.
They don't know how to stop us right now. They're like,
all right. Coach, talk to me.
It feels good, but I'm liking the vibe the team is still giving off. They're not satisfied. These boys aren't happy with the product they're placing on the field, which is a good thing. They're not getting complacent.
Yep.
As they say, you're your own worst enemy. So as long as we don't prevent ourselves from getting to that bye week, which is the goal we're trying to get, is to get home field advantage and get that bye week. We could do big things because on paper, there's nobody stopping us.
All the good teams soft, so they don't want to come see us in the wintertime outside.
Hey, the only other undefeated team we know they have problems right now. They might not have their quarterback for a minute. So the whole landscape of the NFL is changing right now.
There is no undefeated team.
It's just us. Stand alone, Vic.
Because you was talking about Miami, right?
No, I'm saying the only one that was undefeated.
Talking about Miami. He's talking about Miami.
Yeah. The only one at the time. Their team is
Miami.
in a total disarray right now. We're talking about Teddy Bridgewater is at the helm.
They
got quarterback. That's a totally different offense.
Miami,
Dante, talk to me. Go ahead, Dante.
Get all some love, man. Like everybody, like Vic knows my jersey collection. Like today, I'm so obsessed, man, with like the players that I like. Like I've been a big Adam Thielen fan for a long time. I just went and got a jersey today.
Too, man. I like that.
Yeah, I just got a jersey today, so that got added on to my 200 jerseys that I got.
Yeah, Adam's nice.
But let me go ahead and throw some love to Jalen Hurts' way, man. I've been saying it for years, man. I bought this jersey last year at their first preseason game at the stadium. You know, I live close to Philadelphia, and I just wanted to say, man, like the dude is a legitimate MVP contender, and we got to consider the elements that happen in today's game and still how he performed. I understand that he threw that interception to Andre Sisco, and after that, they started getting their act together, and he was a big part of that, man. People don't really consider his leadership like they probably should, and I know that type of stuff doesn't show up on the stat sheet now necessarily, but you know, he already had that going into this season, and everything else that he put together as far as what he did working out in the offseason. And hey, I've coached quarterbacks, I played quarterbacks, and let me tell you, I said this, and people were like giving me crap for it because they're like, "Oh, look at the stats between him and Lamar right now. He's a better thrower over the ball than Lamar right now. The stance, the way he tucks his elbow." There was one pass that he threw, I believe it was to AJ Brown on the right side hash, like on the backside hash, and it was incredible. Put it in the breadbasket. A lot of people can make that throw.
Mm-hmm. Right. So my question, Dante, this is my question to you. Oh, I'm sorry. Did you go ahead and finish? My bad. Go finish.
I was just saying, you know, for those people that don't know, I'm a big college fan, and I've loved Jalen Hurts when he was in Alabama. People don't give him enough credit for what he did at Oklahoma too, and I understand it was Lincoln Riley's offense. But he made every single throw there. And I'm like, the only reason he didn't win the Heisman that year is because there were just 3 other players that were just out of this world. Because he wouldn't have won the Heisman any other year, man. I feel like that with Andrew Luck, too. He should have won at least one time, but people just outplayed him, and it was just unfortunate.
Wow. He mentioned Andrew Luck, man. I was at – oh, man. That was a – you know what?
That was the excitement of RG3.
That was like Andrew Luck. I mean, I was like 3 years ago, I want to say, 2018, when I see him play. And I was like, yo, he's super talented. The problem is, though, his offensive line wasn't that great. That was the only issue. His offensive line was not great. But when it comes to having a quarterback traits, the mind, the arm talent, the he had it. He just had it. I mean, it just sucks that his career it took a short dive.
I shed a tear that day. I called my wife. I was upset, man. I was like, Andrew Luck is my age. Like,
I missed him there.
Wow, he's young. Young.
Yeah, he's probably one of the best prototypical quarterbacks to ever come out of college. When you think about it, he had the intelligence, he has the frame, he had the arm, he could run, he could do it all. You know what I mean? Like literally, he could do it all. And like I said, the best thing that he had, and a lot of people don't even talk about it, is intelligence. He was on par with Peyton. Like when when Peyton came in his first practice, my guy called the audible, shut practice down. Andrew Luck did the same thing. Knew the playbook, because remember, he didn't sign right away. Andrew Luck didn't sign right away. I think he missed most of training camp. But when he came in, Andrew Luck knew the playbook more than what the offensive lineman. Again, when you're talking about your left tackle, he used to know it all. Knew it more than what the offensive lineman knew. Like his intelligence.
He was the NFL quarterback. You know what I mean? So he already knows what to expect. Same thing with Peyton when he came in. Daddy's an NFL quarterback, so you know what you need to do when you get there, right? Just know that means fair what the coach has to say. No, man, you go in there, be ready. You know what I mean? So they've been groomed all their life for that shit, right? So he definitely had it, man. I missed it. Hurt. I missed the letters home too, man. You guys remember the letters home when he was like right for the Civil War because he had the neck beard. Missed that shit, man.
Yo,
Funny, man.
Shout out, you know what used to irritate the shit out of me? He had the neck beard and had nothing up here. He had a baby. I'm like, yo, son, it be mad nappy too. I'm like, yo, son.
Nah,
he could say, like a motherfucker.
When your corners start going, oh my gosh, shave it off. He had some straggling, island going on right here, and just look like a woolly mammoth down here.
Yeah, bro. I don't know where. I mean, his hair was just running from his face, and his face was running from his hair. I don't know. It was just weird. But speaking of quarterbacks, man, and seeing the press conference, I want y'all to check out our leader, the captain now.
And I think today this team didn't flinch. We found a way. We didn't flinch. We persevered. We were unwavering in how we played. Nothing was able to deny us. And I'm so proud of how this team played, how we handled the conditions outside. You got crosswinds going 20 to 30 miles per hour. It's in the 50s, and it's just raining sideways. And we're able to be pretty efficient in everything that we did. That's a great team win.
Talk to me, Vic.
Listen, let me just start off and shout out to the tailor because the suit looked right. You got the
brothers.
The suit looked right. Listen, came out with the slim fit, looking like it was tailored to perfection. Shout out to
he came out of church. Like he just came out of church.
Straight professional with it. But yeah, man, I love his comments. Like I said, we talked about it again. You know, these players are still hungry. They don't think that they're perfect. You know, they know they're 4-0. But again, nothing that was done these 4 games were perfect from it. You know, if anything, they're far from it. So, you know, there's a lot of work to be done, and that's the mindset that they need to have. And that's the great thing about Jalen Hurts, that he's never satisfied. He's never complacent with what's going on. He's always striving for more. And that's what's going to help out this team because they're going to see their leader constantly trying to do better. And that's going to, you know what I'm saying, reflect off everyone else.
I just want to point out the briefcase. Y'all see the briefcase? My man came to work. He came to work.
Listen, you know, before when he was in the locker room, he gave himself a once over at the mirror, like, I got this. I got this.
I'm about to kill him. I'm about to kill him tonight. They don't even know I'm about to kill him. Coach, talk to me. How you feel about this? Comments.
He's showing humility. He's humble. He's not, you know, up there. Yeah, blah blah blah. Like, nah. He's like, yeah. You know, we were behind, but we were able to overadapt and overcome. But as well, it was on our game. We could do better. Like, bro, he's humble. He's like I said, he don't fit your typical Q dog stereotype. He's not up there ran bunches or anything like that. He's very chilled, you know, laid back. But then it's not the same as that conversation he had with Steve Mariucci where he's like, freaky, feeling himself. Like, nah, he's in a professional setting. He code switched up when he's talking. Like,
but Will, talk to me.
Man, I don't have my fucking told you so hat on in the room. I'm gonna get that motherfucker for a couple weeks from now. But all them people talking about he couldn't throw, and I'm like, man, you see him put the ball on people's mitts last year? Some of the throws he made, like, come on, like. But now people catching the rock, but they still dropping balls they need to catch. But the bottom line is, I saw something today that I used to give one of the few things I gave him in that credit for. He was a great inclement weather quarterback. So is Jalen.
Sorry, big play slater. That's my big cousin, man. He don't have to act sometimes. I love him. Dante, go ahead and talk to him.
Hey man, I'm not surprised of the way he is, man. Just think about it from the fact that, and I'll bring you back to your boy going crazy right now. But take it back to his Alabama days, man. There is nobody. All of us up here, men in general, have egos. We all know. We get ourselves in issues with our girls, with our significant other, whoever it is, coworkers. This man got benched in the national championship at halftime let Tua come back and win the championship, and he was the first guy up to congratulate Tua. Came back in the second season, helped him win some games, and sat behind him, and then got his time to shine at Oklahoma, and he got drafted to you guys right after. I'm not surprised that this is the way he is. There's some leaders that are very flamboyant and rah-rah, and he's not one of those guys. I mean, he reminds me of Andrew Luck. Like, I know we talked about him a little bit before, but the way he is, like his persona, he knows who he is. He's not going to change that for anybody. He's kind of like, you take me as I am or you don't take me at all. And he's got those guys rallied around him because he knows what, I always say a quote, man. I always want to make it to the top because I always know what it feels like to be at the bottom. And that is the epitome of Jalen Hurts, man.
Can we get a hand of applause for Dante for that guy?
Right.
Can we get a hand? Give him a
and get back to the top, and people hold that against him. I don't understand that, man. I don't understand somebody who faces adversity, overcomes it, and shining again. And people are like, well, he got benched. You never fucking played. Like, how can you be mad at this dude? You know what I'm saying? You're mad at the guy because he got benched, and you never fucking played that position. Come on, man. That's crazy.
Right now in college, what is the biggest problem that's happening outside of the NIL deals? People transferring because they're not getting their way. He didn't transfer until he knew that he can have an opportunity somewhere else, and he sat behind Tua for a full year and still helped his team out to win and didn't complain one time. Right. Give that man his credit where credit is due, man. I'm tired of this. It was like slander for some people.
And for Philadelphia, he was perfect because the quarterback we had in Carson Wentz was the opposite. Again, he's seen his teammate in Nick Foles and literally hated on the fact that he was having success. That's not a perfect teammate. And for Carson Wentz, if you know the history of Carson Wentz, you have to understand too, though. Through high school, every high school team he was on, every college team won championship. For high school, they won the state championship. For college, they won the national championship. But the thing with Carson was he always sat behind the person who won the championship the year before. Only in his last year did he win that. Now, when he came to the NFL, it was kind of like deja vu for him. And for whatever reason, he couldn't handle it. Jalen Hurts on the other end, we've all seen it on the biggest stage in national for college football. He was bent. It was an embarrassing moment. Everyone talked about it, how Tua was better for years, even this past offseason. Miami fans are still saying it now. But again, he totally ignored it. He continued to go forward. He continued to work on his game. He waited to go to the team that was best suited for him in Oklahoma. And there was a position available because, like I said, Lincoln Riley needed a quarterback. And he excelled in Lincoln Riley's offense. Came into the NFL and he was a second-round pick. He didn't make anything of it. Kept his head down. Came to work every day. Only got better.
I want to say something. I want to say something. I think this is very, very ironic that this happened. Him and Tua are at the top of their game this year. But who was the number one? If you had to choose one or the other, who was the number one this season so far? It was Jalen. Even though the race was close between the top three guys, it was Jalen. This is the first time that he's ever been. It's the first time that he's ever been considered number one over Tua his whole career. But let that sink in for a little bit.
I would say, other than the time that the fact that he beat him for the starting position in Alabama.
He beat him for the starting position, but Nick wasn't going to go back to him because Alabama. He had to make a decision. Wasn't the right one.
But let's be honest, even with that Tua move in the background, that was more of a political thing because Tua won the national championship. You're going to want to keep going forward again. And Devontae talked about it, and his teammates talked about it afterwards. With that team, they knew the number twos were better than the ones. The twos always saved them in that season. The twos were way better than the ones. So when Tua had that clout because he came up with Devontae. He had all those other guys around him. So when they had going forward again, there's no stopping the machine with Alabama. They kept it going. But now when you see Tua come in the NFL, you see him get exposed a little bit. Injuries, they take effect. Not his issue. But you see him get exposed now under Mike McDaniels and that offense with Tyreek Hill. Let's be honest, that helps out a lot. He's playing a lot better.
Yeah, Tua is not bad. He's a good quarterback, but if I'm building a football team, I'm taking Jalen Hurts because I know you're going to see some adversity. That's when first thing is going to happen to you as a quarterback in the NFL. You're going to hit a point where you're like, it's not working, or I need to do a little bit better and make the improvement. You saw it last year, right? So this guy, he did the work, and he's here, and he's showing you, okay, he's got better weapons, but he's also got better mechanics. And the first time he played, Like the first 4 games, he lost the ball. Like he had a bunch of fumbles, like Trevor, right? He took care of that shit from that year to the following year. So every year he's coming to the league, he's made an improvement some way. So
I'll
I
give
like
two of
that.
this though. That first season, his rookie year, he shouldn't have came back. He should have rested more, but he played through it. So you got to get that. You know what I'm saying? Like he is like just like Jalen. He is the team first guy. He's trying to make his team
He's
better.
a team first
Yeah,
guy. Yeah,
like they have similar qualities.
Yeah. And it's an NFL quarterback. I mean, you can't spend too much time healing up. Carson will tell you that. Like, next thing my job is gone. And everybody looking at me like Nick Foles is there. Well, he should have.
Hey,
Like,
I've said it how many times? The best ability is availability.
Yeah.
You can't contribute if you in the tub.
Mm-hmm.
But
so I got one more thing for y'all, man. I got one more thing for y'all. Coach, let me talk to you first. What was the 3 keys to the Eagles' victory?
That's a good one. The biggest one is going to be ball security. With the weather being the way it is, as we saw, the more whoever coughed up the most, you were going to lose. And Jacksonville coughed it up 5 times. The other one is going to be stay disciplined to your scheme. Josiah Scott got caught a couple times, not staying disciplined to the defensive scheme, where it ended up being big plays, and it turned around and affected us. But as well, the third one is going to be, I have to say, resiliency, man, because they could have easily, gave up once Jacksonville got up 14-0. But them boys, kept grinding and stayed resilient to it and was able to, overcome that. They didn't get down on themselves. I think they even played actually harder once they got behind. So, those were the big, my 3 keys as far as to the victory.
Gotcha. Dante, talk to me. What was the 3 keys to the victory? I know this might be a little hard for you.
No. Hey, man, like I tell people, talking football is not difficult to me at all. Like, I like my teams and I like who I like, but I mean, I got a bunch of different jerseys for a reason because I just
okay. So since you just said that right now, can you explain to people why you have so many jerseys? You're just a fan of football. You love players. You know what I'm saying? So go ahead and elaborate on that a little bit, and then we'll get back on that subject.
And, real recognize real, real game recognize the other real game. And, I like, when Jalen Hurts came into the league, and I know coming off a really bad year his first year, I was like, just watch, this kid's going to be good. And I went and bought his jersey. I put my money where my mouth is, man. That's just how I've always been. That's why I got Adam Thielen's jersey, because I never want to forget. He's probably not going to be in the Hall of Fame, but I never want to forget in my lifetime how good that dude actually was before Justin Jefferson got there. Andrew Luck. I mean, let's see. George Kittle.
Shoot, I mean, just bring him out. You got the Skittle. You got the Skittle bag. You might as well bring him out.
Hold on, man.
You're not even talking about. My guy's not even talking about college either. Like that's another show in itself.
Yeah,
who's
John
that?
Lynch.
John Lynch.
John Lynch.
He got the whole rainbow.
Devontae
Adams.
Hold up. I got my other Lynch one right here.
I was about to say the Tampa Bay one.
John Lynch was my guy. Yeah.
I see. I can tell.
I already showed y'all that one. Andrew Luck.
Got the luck. Yeah, you already showed the luck.
My other ones are somewhere else, but this is the last one I got down here on the floor. Cooper Kupp.
Oh, you got a Cooper Kupp. Okay.
So, man, that's not even half of them, but that's the reason why I buy them, man. I just like the players that I like is the players that I like for a reason. And it might not be necessarily the most popular players, but I support different players, and sometimes it goes beyond that too, because these dudes, that I named are actually really good dudes in real life too. So I don't mind putting my money in supporting the players monetarily too. They provide us with that entertainment and go out and have this gladiator sport every freaking weekend. It's just kind of how I feel with like the new Eagles word mark. I know that's a discussion on its own, but if you don't like it, then don't buy the merch, because if you keep buying the merch, they're going to keep producing it.
Yeah, exactly.
So
exactly,
that's what it is. But that's the only reason why, man. I just like football. So. And
then 3 keys. Why was the 3 keys of the Eagles win?
First of all, running the ball. I told people, I don't care who it is, man. Run the freaking ball. You guys had the best running game last year And if you look at statistics, like all those guys had over 5 yards of carry. Like Kenneth Gainwell, he showed you what he could do today too. He got open, got into the end zone as well. So it's like, why are you guys handcuffing your running game when it's just going to make Jalen Hurts even better? The other key to the game is Jalen Hurts, man. Just Jalen Hurts in general. He's just a threat. He's one of the smartest runners that I've ever seen play the game, ever. Like it's not even close. He doesn't get himself hurt. He protects the ball. And then also my other third key of the game was, and I've been critical of this guy since you guys signed him. I said Kaiser White was going to be the most important player on your defense, and he's been playing up to snuff. But I had to take my hat off to this guy, man. Hassan Reddick stepped up today. Hassan Reddick he showed you why he was worth every penny. Now just consistently do it, Hassan, because you don't show up in big games. You always show up in the games to put on the stat sheet. But this game was important. Got 2 critical fumbles. The one don't even talk about the one at the end of the game. That broke my heart. But but he showed up.
I hold the ball like a loaf of bread. Pizza man.
Dante know what happened. Trevor Lawrence stayed flat-footed on that play, man. He stopped moving.
Man, he had the ball there by his waist.
Yeah, he was straight flat-footed on it. And then he did have the ball. He did have the ball way down here. Like he was a king of the hill and in a circle and was drinking beer.
Talking in high school, Trevor. Ball up here.
Ball up here. 2 hands on football. Ill Will, talk to me. 3 keys to victory. The Eagles victory.
So first, my first one was just being resilient. You know, Doug, he's going to have some. He put some extra nights into his scripted plays. He was going to be ready.
He sure did.
And he had some things that he knew that was going to work. So it's his old team, man, and he got scapegoated and unceremoniously let go. So they were able to survive that. Okay. Second was just having guys ready to play on defense, like backups, like having them ready to fucking play. Not just having them, but having them ready to go in and play. That's a big thing. And I noticed like how he's big on having guys that can actually come in and do something. But the coaches being able to coach them up and having them ready, and the players, the first string actually taking the time with the guys to show them, okay, this is what you need to do, where you need to be at. So because their coaching doesn't stop at the coaches, you know what I mean. So the team's working as one, and then the third one is just ball security, man. Bad weather, ball security. That's it. Whoever turns the ball over the most usually loses. So
yep. Vic, talk to me. What's good?
I'm going to say adjustments that were made with the line specifically. Again, Mailata went down. You've seen how they were supporting with Stahl. You had Goddard helping out. I think those small adjustments were very important on the defensive end too. The beginning of the first quarter, we seen it 14 up. They made those adjustments where they were attacking Lawrence. Lawrence had issues, with the ball. 5 takeaways. And then the other one is, I'm going to change it up a little bit. It's going to be Coach Nick Sirianni. Because like Will talked about, Doug came in here, scheduled his 15 plays. That's because he's scheming against you. He knows what your deficiencies are. He knows what your weaknesses are. And Nick overcame that. That's one thing. Again, Nick is still a coach who's evolving himself. He's still growing as a coach. And I think that was one of the keys to victory. Nick overcoming, making the right moves.
Nick stepping down from that.
Would that be on Shane, though? Remember, Nick's not the play caller. Shane's play calling.
Yeah, Shane is play caller, but you seen the conversation they had on the sidelines. Like Nick came up to Shane, and this thing was like, "Listen, I got it, but it ain't working, so we need to do something." That's one of the things. Like I said, Nick is evolving as a coach. He let go of those play calling duties, but at the same time, when he sees something going on as a coach, and as he should, I'm gonna speak up. Hey, Shane, what's going on? What are we doing here? Why are we 3 and out again? Let's step it up. That's what we need to do. And he did his job. That's one thing I love about Nick Sirianni. My guy's fired. He don't care whether you're a referee or a fan. He's gonna get in your face.
I like that too, because a lot of those guys who call the plays, they can't see it. That okay, I don't have like when Doug was here the first 2 years, he had Frank to be like, "Yo, Doug, you fucking up. You keep doing this bullshit. Let's get back to running the ball." After Frank left, they're all his fucking students. You know what I mean? Nobody's here to tell him anything like that, So that's one thing that, the run game would get away from him. Frank could reel him back in. So giving up play calling duty is good because now he can check Shane and be like, "Hey, Shane, bullshit. Let's get back to it. You know what I mean? So that's
Hey,
good.
It's
why
one of
was
the
he
things that
yelling
we
at the
talked
ref
about
later?
before when we mentioned Jalen Hurts.
'Cause-
People are checking their egos at the door.
Yeah.
And that's the most important thing. You're going to check your ego. It's a team. It's everyone has to come together. It's a collective. We can't do this on our own. We fly together. We can't fly alone.
What do you say? What he said at the beginning of the season? We can if we fly together, we fly longer. If
We fly far. If we fly alone,
far,
it's like we go nowhere or something like that.
yeah.
Whatever that means.
Man, all you guys have made great points, man. Like that's all I can say, man. All you guys, man. I appreciate all you guys jumping on. I know you guys are busy and got things going on. One last thing, and then I'm gonna let you guys be free. Enjoy your Sunday. Yeah, can we talk about the interception and the ethic from AJ Brown?
Yeah.
He said, lack of effort, never, no. Bad decision, yes, on my part, laugh out loud. My thought process was to strip the ball, get it back because the defense guys don't know how to carry the ball, but I got blocked. I'll just tackle him next time, laugh out loud, forgive me. I'm sorry, SpongeBob emoji. Accountability right there, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Accountability there,
bro?
so.
The interception.
I saw it was
Yeah.
a bobble, man.
No,
Yeah.
the one that hit Zach McPherson.
No.
Yeah,
The
hit Zach.
first, the pick six, and then AJ Brown is like stride for stride with Cisco, and it kind of looked like AJ made a business decision.
Oh,
And everybody's
yeah.
like, why you ain't tackle him?
Yeah.
It's a long game. It's the beginning of the game, man. We got
Hey, and who got hurt on that? Who got hurt? Mulata got hurt on that.
Yep.
Yeah, for trying to make a tackle.
So I mean,
Right,
imagine
Yeah.
having AJ Brown hurt. Like, bro, he makes a big difference on this team. It's
Right.
night and day having AJ Brown on his team.
Hey,
But yeah,
it's
guys.
called a business decision for a reason.
But yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoy your Sunday. I appreciate you all. Dante, thank you for just jumping on, my guy. I definitely want to do some more work with you in the future. I hope you and Marcus connect, and we can do the East Coast Gridiron / Swoop Boys, something where you guys do the breaking down tape and talk about some things where disagree to agree. Because at the end of the day, as content creators, we all on here, man. We put our chests, our faces out here, and we make comments. And yeah, listen, you can agree or disagree. It is what it is. But at the end of the day, we all respect each other. That is, you know what I'm saying? One more thing.
The truth, man.
4-0. Definitely want to put that out there. Y'all know what it is. Eagles fly. Number 2. Y'all know Swoop Boys. We throw on a tailgate party in Phoenix, Arizona. Y'all know what it is. The big announcement already, man. We have a total of I'll put that right back up. We have a total of like 30-something people at the damn tailgate. Thank you for all the donations and people paying. I got y'all all set with King's chicken with some Hawaiian bread. My wife has got y'all with Hawaiian rolls. You know,
okay. You said pray. I was going to say, hold up.
No, my bad. Hawaiian rolls. My bad.
This ain't no hostess rolls. Hawaiian rolls right now.
Right.
Unless they from Texas Roadhouse, and that's a little different.
Oh, I just went there last night, man. Got the honey butter. Come on.
Listen, I've already lost 17
pounds.
I'm trying to keep off the weight. All right, you know what I'm saying?
What are you doing? I'm just stealing the honey butter, people. I'd let $2.
Yeah.
You a fool, man. Anyway, Hawaiian roll's gonna be on deck. My wife is over here with her veggie tray and the fruit tray. Y'all know whatever wife says, it goes. We're gonna have alcohol, we're gonna have beer, we're gonna have spirits all day, every day, man. And y'all just come. If you get the cutoff date is Wednesday, which is October 5th. That's the cutoff. I'm not doing any more. Like, if you go and if it's a donation, you want a beer, that's fine with me. You can still come out and hang out with us and party with us, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, though, I got amount of food for certain people that paid. So just understand the business and understand that I'm just trying to, trying to do right by the people that, did right by me. And I always will do that. And then number 3, yo, Swoop Boys, we in it, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate, like I said, and these are my brothers, man. Will, Coach, Reek, Potion, appreciate you. I thought you was gonna jump on. Someone got a bone pick with you. Yeah, he probably lit at the damn part.
I told you this game is one. And
if he does see, and he will see this because he watches every damn episode. So you're gonna have to make a performance at the tailgate. Swoop Boys, that we're gonna need that extended version. At least 3 minutes, you know what I'm saying? 2:39 to be exact. I'll do 2:39 to be exact. But I got the speakers. We about to have it lit, man, in Arizona. Thank y'all. We're going to have a list of you guys if you want to do things like horseback riding, ATV, Grand Canyon. I'm going to have all that set on the next podcast. We're going to get that all straight. Y'all know what it is, man. You know, y'all coming to my city. I'm going to take care of you now.
You got the only subtle flexes. You just came out with horseback riding. I'm from PA. We don't do horseback riding.
What the? I'm putting the traps out in Westgate.
He's like, nah, I'm in California this week, and I was over here next. Subtle flexes.
Yo, my thing is this: when you come into the desert, listen, I'm from the.
Are you going to come up galloping on a horse? Is that what I'm saying? Is that what I'm hearing? You just on the sunset.
First of all, I'm 6'2", 6'3", 280 something pounds. My big ass ain't getting on no damn horse.
Clydesdale.
Right? You know that ain't happening. You know what I mean? That ain't happening. So, but yeah, man, it's everybody coming from the East Coast. I just want to take care of my peoples and experience Arizona because Arizona. It's a walk in the park out here. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna even front. I ain't gonna even lie. It's a walk in the park out here. I just want everybody to have a good time, man. That's all. So, you know what I mean? And do with the Swoop Boy. And also, shout out to the West Coast Birds Nation. Shout out to Orange County. Shout out to Vegas. Shout out to San Diego. All those guys, man. Yo, y'all show so much love, man. So I just want to say that. And yeah, any last words before we get up out of here?
Hey, man, fly, Eagles, fly. I'm excited. I'm going to be celebrating a birthday with an Eagles win. So I'm good right now. I'm about to make some rice and beans right now.
When's your birthday?
Tomorrow.
Oh, okay. Well, we gotta send you a little something. So send me your address. I'm gonna send you a little something. Yo, Dante, you still owe me something. You don't think I forgot?
Oh no, bro, I got you. Hey, you know what? You know what's so funny about that? As I told my wife the other day, I'm like, man, I'm really late on sending this out. I'm gonna get you this week though, bro. I'm gonna send it out.
All right, for sure. Well, I appreciate you, my guy. Thank you. No, Dante,
downstairs just sitting there.
See, that's messed up. Come on, man. Anyway, Dante, tell them where they can find you, yo.
Hey, man, like I always tell people, if you just type in Google East Coast Gridiron, the branding speaks for itself. All our stuff will pop up. Funny story, King. Talking about shirts. The shirt that I'm gonna send you actually got swapped with another lady on another business, and she got our shirts, and I got her shirts. And I'll tell you why our branding works, because she said she typed it into Google and she found us. She saw the logo and she knew it was us. So with that being said, social experiment works. So if you type in East Coast Gridiron, you'll be able to find us.
Most definitely.
Straight up.
Vic, tell them where they can find you.
Hey, man, same. Type Vic3 in Google and YouTube, and you'll find me. On Twitter, I'm your host, Vic3. And listen, man, appreciate y'all for today, man. And listen, everyone out there, thank y'all for coming through and Fly Eagles Fly.
Most definitely. So Vic will be on with us on post-game podcast from here on going out. So definitely just want to let you guys at. Me and Vic have agreed to this is what we're going to do. And we're gonna be bringing on people. We're gonna, Dante. This probably not be the last time you see Dante. Dante gonna be on whenever he's free and he got stuff he got to do and stuff. So, Ill Will, yeah, I got you. Ill Will, tell him what's up, man. Where to find you? IG,
man, Twitter. You can find me. I'm DJ Light, right? So you can find me IG
because he's light skinned. Because he's light skinned.
He's light speed, man. His old hair he was amazed at how fast I was on the ones and twos. So back in the day, so that's how I got my name. But most people think it's because I'm light skinned. You're right. But yeah, just look up DJ Light Fighter, YouTube, all your social media. You find me out there, and then season 2 will be dropping soon for my DJ show. Old school.
Yes,
You know, I've been DJing since 1983. So,
Okay.
So he been DJing since House Party.
Cash Money, Jazzy Jeff, all the money.
Hey, got Grandmaster Flash and the Furious 5 out there.
Facts, you know what I'm saying?
Cosmic Kev, these are all my boys. So,
Yes, sir.
Way back with it. Way back.
Coach, talk to him. Tell him where to find you.
It's your boy Coach Walker down in Houston, Texas.
But
y'all can find me now. I just changed it. It's gonna add a Coach Walk 28. I think I'm a little bit too grown to be called Air Force Kid when I'm 31. So
let him know you a grown ass man. You a grown ass man.
I make grown ass man decisions.
But no, y'all can find me on
Did you realize when he said grown ass man, his voice got deeper? Did you realize that? Go ahead, Coach. My fault.
But no, y'all can find me at Coach Walk 28. Hey, shout out to the Houston Eagles Nest out here in Houston, Texas. Definitely found my new home to watch every game, except that Thursday night against the Texans, because of course both me and your boy King gonna be at the game. So yeah.
And y'all know what it is, man. Y'all know what it is. King Fly Junk. We just as that victory chain. Y'all know what it is, man. And I just want to say, win or lose, fly Eagles fly. And we out.
Fly, Eagles, fly. Boy, you know how we do this. Smitty up the field, Booby on the wheel. Jalen and AJ think how we put it still fight. Eagles, fight. Oh, you know we gon' do that. BG, big player, Bonte, Bradbury, pick 6 in the bag. Or sweaty on the line, flash that with him. Or the Kobe gon' get him, Constant hit him. Or and my dog big as my lot of switching names up. Should be Philly, got it sold up, bro. Why balls? Or